Uh, I went to the shop where I work, did a pre-trip on my truck, checked everything out. Um, then we hit the road, going down the road, 1804 in out of Williston there. Had quite a few people, pickups following me way too close. And then all of a sudden, I see red and blues coming behind me. And if anyone's familiar with North Dakota, 1804 is narrow. There ain't hardly any place to pull over. Um, Probably took me a mile to find a good spot um, to get pulled over and let that police pickup go by. You know, one thing out here driving, you always got to be aware. Especially people that tailgate you, they're hurrying up trying to get to location. Um, and they are going to ride your ass. Some guys, I was following another truck, he was killing me. Um, had to drop gears because I get too close to him. And I don't like dropping gears when I get a run for the next hill. Um, but, you know, that's all part of trucking. Um, Always be aware what's going on around you. It was night, or morning, I should say. So, driving in the dark. These trucks we have, headlights suck. Um, if you get a truck and it's your own, I suggest putting, what are them, LED headlights in them. I've drove one with it in it, and it lights up the whole countryside. Just some ideas there. But always be aware. Always be aware of what's going on around you. If you're in a convoy, make sure you got good communication between all of you. Um, we use radios. I've had to use, I'm not saying do it, but I got all hands free, either headset or Bluetooth to something. Um, I want to touch on another subject. Um, the way I was taught to shift was the only time you touch your clutch is for starting and stopping, basically. You know, um, I don't know whether it's a good thing or bad thing. I use my Jake brake on the lowest setting, and it helps me go through the gears faster. It drops my RPMs when I'm upshifting. Downshifting, you probably want to shut it off until you get comfortable with it. But I've seen guys that do the double clutch thing. I think that's harder on your tractor. It's hard on your clutch. It's hard on your transmission. I was, like I said, I was taught in these big trucks like this, don't touch your clutch. That's the way I do it. I use the Jake to help. And that's just a personal preference. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on the truck I'm in. You know, if it's shifts good, I probably don't need to do it. But if it's an older truck, you might need to do it. It's just, you need to find a technique for yourself. And every truck you get in, even if it's the same engine, same transmission, same ass truck, make, model, whatever, as the one you were just in, that truck's going to ship different than the one you were just in. Because it might have more miles or whatever on it. Or it might be newer. Might shift easier. Or somebody's ground the gears so much where it'll just slide into gears. So that'd be my suggestion. A few little things I use, like I said, I use a Jake. I don't use the clutch a whole lot unless I absolutely have to. So them are my suggestions about shifting. One other subject I wanted to touch on: be prepared when you go to location. If you're going out for a day and you absolutely know it's going to be a day job, I still pack for 2. You never know when you might get stuck out there. Maybe your truck breaks down and you might not have heat. Always have a coat. I always carry my muck boots with me. They're handy. And then another pair of the boots I got on. Always have a cooler full of snacks. You really can't see what I got in there, but I can last 2 days on what I got in there. I won't even come close to touching that shit, but all of it. But I have been stuck out on location before when I was roughnecking. We were stuck out there for 2 days because relief couldn't get in and it snowed so hard. Always be prepared. Warm clothes in the winter, lots and lots of water in the summer. I've dehydrated, heat stroked out myself, so me and heat don't get along. But especially up here in North Dakota, I can't say it enough. In the winter, it sucks. I mean, it's no bullshit. It gets down to that 40 below, 50 below mark. Sometimes 70 below, 80 below with wind chill. It sucks. I'm glad I'm getting out of it. That's one of the things I'm not going to miss at all. But I was dumb enough to keep coming back out here. So that's the main thing up here. I suppose I've never worked down in Texas. Them guys say it gets 100 and some odd degrees, 120, 130. Drink a lot of water, a lot of Gatorade. Have all that kind of stuff with you. I always carry my backpack with me. It has extra gloves, all my phone chargers, stuff like that with you. And again, always prepare. If you know you're going for a week, pack for 2. I mean, double everything. That's just the way the oil field is. Some people don't like the way I do it because I always carry too much stuff. But it's come in handy